right, so today I am going to tell you a little bit about our mind balancing formula called Soul Vital and a little bit about what's in it and why you need it. So, Vital is our green drink. It's green because it is full of all kinds of vitamins and minerals that you need. So I like to say it's like a multivitamin on steroids, right? So what it does is it represents an inside out approach to health by supporting circulation, digestion, respiration, and immunity. And it's a core daily blend, which enhances all of the body systems, fortifies it against assault on your health, and including stress, um, and mood, which are part of your daily activities. Okay. Vital literally helps everything else work better. Okay. So whether you're taking another soul product or whether you're taking something else, a medication, of like anything else that you're taking, it helps it work better. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the ingredients in Vital so you can kind of understand what's in here and what they help you do. So first of all, we have a prime chlorophyll blend, and that is what makes this drink green, is this chlorophyll green, is that chlorophyll blend. And that is alfalfa, mulberry, nettle, and spinach, all of which have amazing health benefits. So alfalfa has been shown to lower cholesterol. It may also have benefits for blood sugar and relieving symptoms of menopause. People take it for its high concentration of antioxidants, vitamin C and vitamin K, copper, folate, and magnesium. We have a lot, there's a lot in here, so I'm going to go through these kind of fast. So if you have questions at the end, you can type them in the chat if you're thinking about it, but I'll come back at the end and answer questions. Mulberry are actually colorful berries that are eaten both fresh and dried, and they're a really good source of iron, vitamin C. There's several plant compounds that have been linked to lower cholesterol, lower your blood sugar, and reduce your risk of cancer. Aren't they pretty? I don't know. I think they're pretty. Nettle is a blood tonic, and it's really rich in minerals. It improves kidney and liver function, and it also helps to strengthen the entire body. It's also been known to help reduce inflammation. It's been used to treat enlarged prostates. It can help treat hay fever, as we're sitting here talking about allergies this morning. That kind of goes in with that. It can help lower blood pressure and lower sugar and aid with blood sugar control. And then spinach. I think we all know that spinach is healthy for us. We should be eating our greens. And this is drinking Vital is a great way to be getting in your greens, drinking your greens, right? So spinach is incredibly nutrient-rich vegetable. It's packed with high amounts of carotenoids. I don't think I said that right. Vitamin C, vitamin K, folic acid, iron, and calcium. Spinach has a host of benefits, and it may also reduce oxidative stress, promote eye health, fight cancer, and regulate blood pressure. Okay, so then next we have this Vital contains plant traced minerals. And those plant trace minerals comes from Avena sativa, dandelion, and burdock. So this Avena sativa is basically oat straw, and it comes from unripened plant. And so the clinical name of that plant is called Avena sativa, and it commonly grows in Northern Europe and North America. As an extract, this oat straw is often sold as a tincture, but can also be found in a powder or a capsule form. So it's believed to have numerous health benefits, such as reducing inflammation, improved brain function, and improved mood. dandelion, which I don't know that I always think about eating that. I just think they're pesky weeds in my yard. But they have been used in traditional Chinese and Native American medicine. Dandelion root has long been used to treat stomach and liver conditions, and herbalists today believe that it can aid in the treatment of many ailments, including acne, eczema, high cholesterol, heartburn, gastrointestinal disorders, diabetes, and even cancer. It's even shown to aid in weight loss. And burdock kind of looks a little like dandelion, but prettier in my opinion because it's purple. So kind of looks the same, but it's basically a powerhouse of antioxidants. And burdock root has been shown to contain multiple types of powerful antioxidants, including quercetin, lutein, and phenolic acids. So basically what that means is it helps the body remove toxins from the blood. It may inhibit certain types of cancer. It can even be used as an aphrodisiac, and it can help treat skin issues. And so, as we know with Soul, every single one of our products contain an adaptogen herb. And Vital is chock full of adaptogens. So there is an adaptogen blend that contains ashwagandha, eleuthero, schisandra, astragalus, joagulan, and rhodiola. So ashwagandha is an Indian herb that has been used for over 3,000 years in Ayurvedic medicine. The root of this herb is known to extend the life or as a rejuvenating agent. It is also believed to give you life itself. The herb is used as a wide range of remedies. It's been used to help with rheumatism, fatigue, sore eyes, inflammation, and even gynecological disorders. Ashwagandha is an ancient medicinal herb that has so many health benefits. It can help reduce anxiety and stress. It can help fight depression. It can boost your fertility, and it boosts testosterone in men, and even boost brain function. So supplementing with ashwagandha can be really easy, and it has obviously a lot of health benefits. Eleuthero, which is also known as Siberian ginseng, is an Asian herb. It's been used for thousands of years as a healing remedy in folk medicine. Eleuthero is a tonic herb with antioxidant properties that can restore and strengthen immune function. Chinese herbalists refer to the root of this plant as wacha, and it has been part of traditional Chinese medicine practices for over 2,000 years. So in the Western world, wacha is Siberian ginseng. And although the plant is not strictly speaking a member of the ginseng family, it is said to strengthen the body, provide vitality, sexual function, energy, and can even enhance your immune system. And sometimes knowing, the Chinese names, I'm not always great with the Chinese names with herbs, can be helpful, especially when you're going to see someone else. Like I know like my acupuncturist, she actually studied in China to get her, for a while. And so when I say things like some of these herbs, she doesn't understand them. But when I say the Chinese name for them, then she knows what I'm talking about. It's just the way she learned. So sometimes that's helpful. Not that you always need to know that, but sometimes when talking with other people, like I have found that helpful to know. That, and I find it interesting. Not that I'm going to pronounce them correctly either. So schisandra, strictly speaking, is not an herb, but it's a berry. And it has been used in medicinal medicine, for in the production of medicine for its qualities and goodness. And it's excellent for the preparation of herbal remedies as well. So it's been used in Western medicine and herbal remedies. So as a food source, it's known to be sweet and sour while also being salty and bitter. So in many ways, it's extremely pungent and it's not something you would choose to eat. Schisandra is also used for preventing early aging and increasing lifespan, normalizing blood sugar and blood pressure, stimulating the immune system, and speeding recovery after surgery. It is also used for treating liver disease, hepatitis, and protecting the liver from poisons. So a lot of times I talk about how we're holding on to a lot of toxins in our body, and our liver's job is to flush those toxins. But if you have too many of them, then your liver is going to hold on to it and it's going to make it harder for it to do its job. So it's going to actually help our liver do its thing and flush those toxins from the body. Astragalus is used to protect and support the immune system, preventing colds and upper respiratory infection, lowering blood pressure, treating diabetes, and protecting the liver. Astragalus has an antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties, and obviously a ton of benefits. Jiagulin is also used for high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and improving heart function. It's also used for strengthening the immune system, increasing stamina and endurance, increasing resistance to environmental stressors, improving your memory, and preventing hair loss. And last, we have rhodiola rosacea. And this supplement is also known by the names rhodiola, golden root, and rose root. It's known within the Siberian and Taishan mountains, which are in the northwest of China. It is a small green plant, but the piece that is usually useful for adaptogenic properties ties into its root. It's believed to provide an overall protection against bad health, assisting in the body's natural defense system and improving general health as well. The root has been known for its ability to reduce stress and fight fatigue, as well as increase energy levels, endurance, and stamina. It's also historically been used to increase your libido and sexual prowess. Rhodiola is recognized as the best anti-stress supplement available. Rhodiola can reduce even and eliminate the stress of aging by inhibiting the process of cellular deterioration. It has also been linked with the ability to improve your endocrine system, your reproductive system, and your cardiovascular system. It's also been noted that it can help improve mental health and even your emotional health. So do you see why I call this like a multivitamin on steroids? Like it literally has everything you need in a multivitamin. The biggest difference here, and what a lot of people don't understand, and I know you guys hear me say this a lot, is that most vitamins on the market are synthetic. That means that they were made in a lab and there's very little, if any, natural resource to them at all. Your body can only utilize and absorb less than 10% of a synthetic. So what your body is not using, you're just flushing out and peeing out. So most of the time when we're buying a bunch of these synthetic vitamins, you're just peeing them out. You're just flushing them down the toilet. But when you get it from a food source, and as you can see, we have food sources in here. Herbs are also food. Your body can absorb and utilize as much as 97% of it. That's why getting our vitamins and minerals and those sources from a food or herb source is the best way to go about it, right? I still sometimes have people argue with me, but I still need this vitamin or my multivitamin. I'm like, no, you don't. All you need is this. And if we were to go through and just list all of the vitamins and nutrients in here, which maybe I should have done, and we kind of, heard that from here, you are getting so many vitamins from this, right? You heard me list them. You're getting folate, you're getting magnesium, you're getting, I should have listed them out, vitamin C, vitamin K, right? You are getting so many different vitamins. It's a good source of iron, like all of these different vitamins. you are getting, and your body is going to absorb and utilize all of it, not just a little bit of it, and we're not just going to be peeing it out. Okay. Interestingly enough, when you drink Vital, a lot of people might say, me included, I feel like I have to pee more after drinking it. Well, that's because it's flushing out what needs to be flushed out, your kidneys, your bladder, that sort of thing. It is flushing out those toxins. And how are you going to get those out? You're going to pee. But that doesn't mean you're peeing out the nutrients. Okay. If we were, our pee would be bright yellow or maybe even green, right? But if you pay attention and you notice it, that's not what it looks like. Okay. So I know that maybe like TMI, but that's good to know, because a lot of times when you take a multivitamin and then the few times you have to go to the bathroom afterwards, your urine is like bright yellow. It looks like a fluorescent highlighter. That's because you're just, all of the vitamin you're just eliminating, and you'll never see that when you take a Soul product or drink Vital. So why do you need Vital? It's detoxifying. That chlorophyll, it really is what makes this unique, because I've never found a multivitamin that contains chlorophyll. It's usually separate. But the chlorophyll is great at helping the body eliminate toxins. It's alkalizing. If you know anything about the body being out of balance, your body can have too much acid. And a lot of times when we're not feeling good, we're sick, we have too much acid. And one of the things I do sometimes for myself with my clients, I have them test their pH to see if they're flushing acid. But it brings our body back into balance. It brings our body back into that pH where it's supposed to be. That's what it means by alkalizing. Okay. And that's where our body needs to be for optimal health. It's going to help you recover. It's going to restore minerals into your body that it needs, and helps oxygenate the body. And the more oxygen you can bring into your blood, the healthier you're going to be. Okay. Your body can do its thing. That's why a lot of times I talk about deep breathing as well, because we also want to bring that oxygen into the blood so that your body can do what it needs to do. Balancing again. It's going to balance, not just your pH, but it's going to, balance out your mood. It's going to balance out any stress. That means lower that cortisol in your body. And a lot of times people will say, but I'm not stressed, because they just think that it's normal to be stressed. Like that's what we're supposed to be, is like crazy stressed all the time. But usually your body is going through some kind of stress, whether it's physical or emotional, especially if you had any health issues whatsoever. And last of all, it's going to be energizing. It's going to help energize you throughout the day. I always drink my Vital in the afternoon. It kind of gives me a little bit of a pick-me-up without that jittery effect, and without reaching for another coffee or an energy drink or a soda or whatever it is. So it's naturally energizing. So our Soul Vital sells for $43.95. And at this part, I always like people to come off mute and share testimonials with Vital, and and how they felt or how it has, helped them.
Tiff.
Yes.
I am driving. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
No, you sound like a robot, unfortunately.
Oh, I don't know. I can't. Oh, shit. So thanks.
Okay.
I'll share.
Okay.
And I share from a point of view from being nutrient deficient in like all things. And two of the biggest things was iron and B12. And obviously we know those two go hand in hand with each other due to an iron deficiency, and which leads to anemia and all the things. Vital has been the biggest piece of the puzzle that after 13 years of looking for the perfect remedy, this made it all happen. And I do truly believe that the Vital not only supported my iron itself, but it also supported all the other things. Cause like you had shared how it helps everything else work better. It acts as a carrier for everything else. So what happened was the Vital not only supported and got my iron levels, no more like iron infusions, no more anemia, no more of the things. But it also supported my body absorbing everything else, like all the other herbs getting to where they needed to go, right? To balance out all my other levels. So it was a really long time. It was 13 years of not having things balanced. And I'm on my 4th year of having things completely balanced. And it's just so crazy that it's been 4 years since I've been drinking Vital and using
Yes,
Soul.
that's
So yeah,
awesome.
it was pretty awesome.
I do a lot of lab work, and it sometimes surprises me when people come to me and say, but I take so and so, there's no way I'm deficient in that. And I'm like, well, the lab work doesn't lie, right? So that just goes to show you what works and what doesn't work, right? A lot of people won't do it again and again. Maybe I should force them to do it again and again. But I do that every 6 months. And it's amazing for me to see, for me, what used to be like this huge list of heavy metal toxicities reduced down to 3. I mean, I
Mhm.
couldn't even tell you what the first one was. It was so big. Or to see all of these nutrient deficiencies reduced down to pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy. And this
yeah.
too, like, I just want to note too, I was on point with my nutrition. So I was doing the things there. I was taking all the vitamins from the health food store, right? I was doing all the things that was like 12 pills a day.
Mhm.
And when you're supplementing, anybody that has to supplement a lot, there's certain things that you can't take with other things because they won't absorb even less than they already don't. Like it was like a math problem, like a math problem to try to figure out. And now I just take everything and there's no stress and everything's perfect. So the Vital, as we talk about too, with all the herbs, like it filled the gaps of what I wasn't getting from my food,
Yeah,
which was huge. Yeah.
Tiffany, can I give a testimony?
absolutely.
So one of the things that I have worked with is military people who have taken tons and tons and tons of vaccinations, and they, end up causing heavy metal toxicities and different issues going on. And I myself has dealt with heavy metal toxicity. When we think about the water table in Louisiana, our water table has natural arsenic and oh God, there's another one. Anyway, so I have noticed is that through blood work of people taking it every year for their checkup appointments, what is happening is the cleaning up. And when I say cleaning up of toxicities, what I'm going to say is toxicities of heavy metals and hormone disturbances in the part of why it's been out of range. And these come back into range. And a lot of times when you drink Vital it may not come out your urine, but you will notice that your bowel movements, so your fecal matter will be
Mhm.
green because it's helping the lymphatic system drain and get the toxins. So what do we call the toxins? Fecal matter. We
Yep.
actually remove it out of the body. So it makes a huge difference. And I've seen it in blood work, specifically in that lymphatic. So that's called the CBC, and also everybody's nutrients and their CO2s, which is the way in which that we bring oxygen into the blood, absolutely get back in range.
Yes, thanks, Chris. And the thing is, I think that's important to point out too is that like your bowel movements won't be green forever. It means it is doing what it needs to be doing and flushing things out, and then it'll normalize. So if people start freaking out going, oh my gosh, I'm having green poo, you're like, great, that means it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, but eventually it'll go back to not looking like that.
So with both of my pregnancies, when they did my blood work, I was iron deficient.
Mhm.
So they're like, you need to go get an iron supplement. But my mom told me just to double up on my Vital. When it was checked again, my levels were fine. So that was super great. I didn't have to go buy an extra thing. All I had to do was take 2 Vital a day, which is I mean, I still do that now. So
Yeah, that's awesome. The other thing I love is that I always say that if it's not safe for kids, pregnant or nursing women, it's probably not safe for anything. For anybody. There's very few exceptions to that rule. But when we have to slap a warning on there, it's like, don't give it to your kids. That should raise some questions that there's something in there that you probably shouldn't be consuming either, right? And so I remember one time one of my neighbors was drinking a post-workout drink. I don't even know what it was, but freaked out that her daughter picked it up and took a sip. And I'm like, I wouldn't be freaking out if my kid picked up and drank it. You shouldn't be freaking out over something. If you're freaking out over her drinking it, you probably shouldn't. You should probably be freaking out about putting that into your body as well. And that's what I love, is that this is safe for everybody. We can be giving this to our kiddos, and our pregnant mamas can be drinking this. It's safe for everybody.
I find it interesting because my little sister started the Bella package, and she was complaining that she woke up the other day and she just hurt everywhere and she had diarrhea. And I said, your body's probably detoxing. And so after listening to this today, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm sure it was detoxing. And so, yeah, she's dumping everything fast.
Yeah, dumping it fast.
Hey, let's not forget that this is good for puppies too.
I was gonna say you could probably give it to your dogs, but I don't have dogs. So
Yeah. So this has been huge in Molly gets it in our water, but you can also sprinkle it on the food, and it's done. She actually had surgery, but she gets it on a regular anyway. And I just break up one package pretty much throughout the week. And before her water's gone, I just add more water to it, so it kind of like continues to go. But one of the big awesome things is she is an American Bulldog, so she's humongous, and it got rid of her eye boogers.
nice.
I was like following her around, like when wiping her eyes probably 5 times a day, and now I wipe them once a day. So my OCD doesn't like eye boogers on anyone, so especially my dog. So I don't have to do that anymore. So it's been huge in having her heal too from her surgery. So yeah, just don't
Awesome.
forget about the pups, right?
Yes, and the puppies.
Yesterday, my daughter brought the baby over, and she's a year old, and she had a bottle of apple juice. And so I grabbed a Vital package and just sprinkled some in it. And every time I filled her bottle, I'd sprinkle a little more. So, and she just says, So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, my daughter, ever since she ate food, I sprinkled Vital on her avocados, or just fed it to her since the beginning, as soon as I possibly could. And she still drinks it daily. And while the other ones fight me on it because it's not their favorite, she, like, when they all have gotten sick, she's maybe had like at most like a runny nose or a cough, where maybe they had it a little bit worse. So that's been one of the biggest things in our house where it has made a change. And just hope that, the older kids will jump on board soon.
Yep. I know. My oldest fights me on it too. All right. All right. So that's Vital. I'm going to stop recording.